Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. It is great to have you here. My name is Marianne, and I am here to do your December 2020 General Tarot reading. I do apologize. I am a couple days late this month, but it's been a really busy couple weeks for me. So this reading is going to be for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or anyone interested in what's going on with the Aquarius collective. So as usual, I will start your reading with a little prayer. This is a non-denominational prayer, so it matters not to me what or whom you believe in or you don't believe in. I just like to say this prayer to set the intention and help me to connect with you for the reading, okay? So I pray for everyone who clicked on this video today. I pray that you're happy, that you're healthy, that you and your loved ones are safe from harm, that you are blessed, that you are being kind with yourselves and everyone you meet during this time, and that all your best wishes are coming true. I ask the universe for clear and concise messages that you need to hear this month. Thank you. Let's get started. I'll just take a sip of my coffee and put it aside. Thanks. This is actually, if you're curious, it's a Van Gogh cup. It's the Starry Night cup from the AGO. They had this Van Gogh exhibit. So my boyfriend bought me that and I love it. It's one of my favorite paintings. Anyway, what is going on for Aquarius this month? What does Aquarius need to hear in December 2020, please? I'm using the Thoth deck by Aleister Crowley for today's reading. This is actually one of the first decks, or actually the first deck that I learned to read on. I read on nothing but this deck for like a decade, and then I lost it somehow in my travels and then replaced it recently. So I've been really wanting to use this deck again. It is kind of intense, but it should be fun. So what do we have for my Aquarian friends, my beautiful water bearers? Please, more Aquarius, please, December 2020. As usual, if you do want to skip the shuffling and the setup, I will put the timestamp down below that goes straight to where the reading starts for those of you who are impatient. Otherwise, you're welcome to hang out with me. Aquarius. All right. Okay, let's get started. I'll be doing my rainbow spread again today because I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Make it a little bit nice. Okay. Present energy, Aquarius. We have the Chariot. Wow, beautiful. Oh, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I like this. Some of you are making some serious moves in your career. We also have the Ace of Cups. Wow, this is absolutely beautiful energy. And at the top, we have the Works card, the Three of Pentacles. So making some serious moves here. Like this is really a card of victory with the Chariot. You may be working really, really hard on your career this month. And it looks like you're turning that Wheel of Fortune in your favor. It is upright. This is very lucky. And you may be finding some new love with the Ace of Cups. Is this not just the most beautiful Ace of Cups ever? So this giant oyster shell. So now, I'm not sure what this is about yet. We will get some more cards later, but it could be a new love, could be a new hobby, something making you really happy. But this is just like absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy to start off with. So I like that a lot. Recent past, we've got the Hermit, we've got the Emperor. We have the Seven of Wands, Valor. Some of you could have been dealing with an Aries with the Emperor here, or even a Virgo with the Hermit, not necessarily though, and the Princess of Swords. So again, we will get more cards later, but I feel like you maybe were contacting with somebody recently, but it's sort of like gone silent. Like this person is kind of on their own. Maybe they may even be a little bit depressed, or this could have been your energy if you were kind of, just going inward, spending a little bit of time alone, right? Also feeling like you have to stand up for yourself, feeling very defensive about someone or some situation. Defensive and inquisitive. With the Hermit and the Princess of Swords together, I do get the impression that you've been studying something or learning something. I like this card. In the Rider-Waite, this would be like the Spy card, right? This would be equivalent to the Page of Swords. The Princess has become Page. I don't know if this is really in focus, if you can really see, but It's a really cool card. This a princess here looks very delicate and very gentle with little like ballerina slippers and this sheer little dress and these little like butterfly wings. But she's carrying a big sword. So it's the idea of somebody who is a lot more dangerous than maybe they appear. So it can represent someone around you who is cunning or manipulative or even, literally spying on you, right? But it can also be your energy too. It can be that, you come off as a very gentle soul. Maybe people think that they can walk all over you, but as it turns out, like they can't. You're a lot tougher than people think, and you are ready to kind of wield that sword of truth, right? And with the Seven of Wands here, like I can't help but feel like this is your energy as opposed to somebody else. So really kind of taking a stand for yourself. And you may have been in hermit mode just to kind of shut other people out of your life so that you can focus on your own business, which is obviously making waves. We'll get more on that later. It's like I have my own little news show now. I'm Marianne Taya, and this is the fake news. Not really. It's not, no. Okay. So in the near future, we've got the Five of Wands, we've got the Ten of Wands, got lots of wand energy here, lots of fire, even more fire, Six of Wands, victory. Okay. So I like that. I like that a lot. Oh my God. And the sun. Wow. Aquarius, this is, I have to say, like already one of the best readings I've probably ever done for you. I love seeing the sun in the near future. This is a card of success, of happiness, of joy. It's really the best card that you can get. And we actually see two people in this version of the deck, which is closer to like the Marseille Tarot. So there could be somebody that you're celebrating with if you're in a relationship, but not necessarily, right? It doesn't have to be that way. Take it how it resonates. But there's so much happiness available to you here. And I do feel like it's really going to be about your career because we do have this victory card here, Six of Wands, which is like the minor arcana version of the Chariot, which is like a card of like a lot of victory. So it feels like you have fought really hard for this. So you are fighting hard. You are going to be working extremely hard, feeling like a little bit overwhelmed even with the Ten of Wands and feeling like there's a lot of competition around you. So many of you could be in a career where there just is a lot of competition, right? So whether it's like if you're in sales and you have to compete for commissions, or if you're an actor or a singer or a model, there's a lot of people who want what you want. So you're working really hard and it feels like a lot, but it's like you're winning. Like you are standing out amongst the competition. There's enough cards here telling me about victory and like the sun, like it's just beautiful. I love it. I almost want to just leave it there, but I'm going to keep going. Let's see what else we have here. This is the line of what is hidden. So we have the Lust card, which would actually be the Strength card in the Rider-Waite. We'll get more on that later. Queen of Wands. Ace of Swords. Okay. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So Ten of Pentacles, like so many great cards here. Wow. Ten of Pentacles, this is like about money and wealth and like family money. There could be somebody around you, could be a fire sign, could be a Leo, who is very wealthy and would love to connect with you. And it's not necessarily romantic, but it could be. There could be some wealth just right around the corner that you are going to come into that you're totally not aware of. For some of you, it could be like an inheritance. We have an ambitious woman here. I don't know too much what to say about this card yet because I'm going to want to see what else is around her, but it is one of my favorite cards in the major arcana. So it could be a fire sign, could also be a water sign. Queen of Wands is water of the suit of fire. So it could be a Pisces, could be a Leo, could be an Aries, could be a Sagittarius, Cancer, or Scorpio, anyone. But there's somebody in your midst. You're not aware of this person. And there's a card of truth and clarity here. So they may have something to say to you. I am going to get some clarifiers after I finish turning all these cards, just so that I can see how they play together. And maybe we'll get some more information about this Queen of Wands, who she is, what she wants, what's motivating you this month. Wow. We have a blank slate type of energy here with the Fool underneath the Five of Swords, known as the card of defeat. Now, this is one of the reasons why I stopped reading from this deck for a little while, just because like the good cards are really awesome, but the bad cards are like kind of intense. Like I don't really like the look of this inverted pentagram, but in the line of your motivation, I really am getting the feeling like you've suffered some loss in your life. Recently, maybe not even like super recently. It could have even just been that like this last decade or these last 5 years or these last couple of years have been kind of just like not working in your favor. Do you know what I mean? And you've got this Fool here. So this is about starting anew. It's clean slate energy. The Fool just like, grabs what he needs, a couple pairs of underwears, maybe a book, his little dog, and just like heads out and starts again and, come what may, right? So there's a real freedom in that blank slate. And we have the card of success, 6 of discs up here. This card is actually associated with inheritances as well as the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you could have gotten a lucky break, like somebody in your family died and left you some money, and it's actually allowing you to have a clean start, like to start again, because you're able to kind of take a little bit of a break from whatever you're doing and focus on something else that you really wanted to do, but maybe you didn't have the resources. If that doesn't apply to you, it's really just about having money on your mind. It's like when you go through these situations that make you feel this 5 of Swords, like feeling betrayed at work, feeling thrown under the bus, feeling like nothing is going your way, the motive is like, I am going to show you all. I'm going to prove to you all, like, I'm not some loser. Like, I'm actually awesome, and I'm going to work even harder, and I'm going to be even more true to myself to prove to you that I'm not who you think I am, and I'm going to be really super successful. You cannot keep me down. Can't put baby in a corner. Like, he's like that kind of vibe, right? So I like it. I like it a lot. Got money on your mind, Aquarius. Okay, and then I'm going to pull some advice cards, and then we're going to get the fun clarifiers, and we're going to see how this all works together. Okay, we have the Death card, and we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, and then on the top, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so now we have 3 queens. 3 queens in your reading. Just off the top of my head, I just want to say that that tends to correspond to women meeting up. So you could have a lot of women in your life. Now, this reading is going to apply to people differently depending on, what sex you identify with. But I do see a lot of females here, 3 queens. You could have a good group. You could have actually a group of 3 with the cooperation card. So you could be working with some other females, and even if you are not female yourself, we do have a lot of females here, and it seems like they are helpful. I'm also getting a message of embrace change, and also embrace that part of you that is super creative. I'm getting a vibe here. Some of you are working on something creative. It may play out differently. You may not be in necessarily a creative field, but your ideas are unique with the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups tends to represent a water sign, but doesn't have to. I don't want you to get too caught up in the astrology. But we see this very calm, very peaceful, serene, like a queen who's kind of hanging out in the middle of a pond on a lily pad. She has a pet swan. She's holding a lotus. It's a very lovely, very peaceful, very calm energy. And this is a queen who spends a lot of time in her emotions, in her imagination. And she does have really good ideas. She tends to be misunderstood because she doesn't necessarily fit in with the practical realities of the world around her. Very different type of person, but very, very good ideas. And to be surrounded by a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Wands, it's like, you need to take those ideas and put them into action and actually make them practical. You do have good ideas, and it may seem really outlandish, but you do need to apply them and go for them and be ambitious. Queen of Wands is incredibly ambitious. Queen of Swords is just very direct, very, very direct energy, and often shows up when something or someone needs to be cut out of your life. And I love this queen too. She's just like so regal, like living on a cloud. And of course my camera's not really focusing, but this is like somebody's face, like literally, like this is, like I said, it's kind of an intense deck, but it's like she's literally holding somebody's head in her hand. Like, so, you don't want to cross this queen. She's obviously not afraid to cut somebody's head off, but but the idea is about boundaries. It's not really about cutting somebody's head off. It's like standing up for yourself, right? And not allowing people to just walk all over you. Excuse me. And again, like with the Queen of Swords up here and then the Death card down here, which is not about death, it's about change, but it does show up when something needs to end. So there could be something or someone you need to cut out of your life. And so this is like the the line of advice, right? So it's saying, if you do have a hunch about someone, or there's kind of a nagging feeling, or somebody that's making you feel really like oppressed, somehow you may need to cut them out. It might even be a female. For some of you, it could be like that, or there's a water sign, or somebody that's just very emotional in your life that you need to break up with, or could be a friendship that's not working out, or I don't know, a workmate. But somebody is leaving this month. Also, how many 10s we have here? We've got the 1, 2 10s, unless I'm mistaken. I'm just scanning here. Okay. We do have 2 10s, and then we have 2 aces. And we also have the Fool, which is the 0. So there's definitely a feeling of like one chapter ending and one chapter beginning. And this is funny, Aquarius, because for all of the readings that I've done this month so far, and I am doing air signs last, it's like everybody had either 2 10s or 3 10s, or like 2 9s and 2 10s. And there's this feeling of like endings. And I do feel like, okay, we are December. So 2020 is almost over. Thank God. It's also like astrologically, I'm not an astrologer, so I won't get too detailed, but we just had a lunar eclipse on November 30th. We have a solar eclipse coming up, I think, on December 14th. And then there's this great conjunction happening with December 21st, on December 21st, Jupiter and Saturn. So that may mean some things for some people. And this could just be universal energy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel a lot of people are going through some sort of great transition this month and feeling like, this is just almost over, and I'm so ready. I'm so ready to like launch into my new life. So I definitely see that happening for you as well. And if you're interested in knowing more about the astrology, there's a lot of really great astrologers on YouTube that can go into more detail on that. I however, will not be doing that for today. That's all I'll say. Okay. Today I'm going to take some of my trusty unicorn playing cards. I'm just going to shuffle them wherever, and I'm going to see what pops out and where it lands. And then we're just going to go from there. Okay. All right. What do we have for Aquarius? Okay. We have a 2 of Wands. Oh my God. Okay. I love this. This makes so much sense. I called it a 2 of Wands. That would be the tarot equivalent. It is a 2 of Clubs between the Hermit and the Chariot. So this is telling me you really need to take a step out of your comfort zone this month, right? It's like you're coming out of this Hermit energy. You may have gotten a little bit too used to that, like of being on your own, of not really talking to anybody, kind of just doing your thing and keeping your head down. There's a lot of success available to you this month, but you are going to need to just kind of, be brave and take that step forward and move into it, and then keep moving, right? Like, just don't be shy. And I'm hearing fake it till you make it. So you may feel like you don't really have a whole lot to offer, but just pretend that you think that you're great, because I think people are going to see you as really special and really great, even if you don't feel that way. And the more you put yourself out there, and the more you start winning, even just like little things, and getting recognition, you're eventually going to start to believe it yourself, that you are great, that you are destined for greatness. Okay. What you have to offer is really good. Okay. So please don't let shyness get the best of you. Even though it's weird, because December is usually a month when people are slowing down, but I see you like speeding up. And maybe it's that, you're not going to be so bogged down by the holidays and all the places you would normally be. So you can actually kind of hunker down and work on, whatever project is closest to your heart. Right. So that's cool. I'm not really that big into the holidays, so I'm not like a Grinch. I don't hate Christmas. I love the decorations and everything. I just don't like all the obligations. And this is cool. Okay. So we have the unicorn card popping out here. Now, this is like this card that comes with the deck that just, has the face on both sides. I left it in because I like having like a bit of a wild card in my deck. And I think of this as sort of like a cross between the Magician and the Star. We have 8 stars above the unicorn, and there's this kind of magical quality to it. So it's like a wild card to me. It's like anything can happen. Anything can happen. Something out of the blue connects your 7 of Wands, the card of valor, the card of advocacy and sticking up for yourself and others, and also the Ace of Cups, a card of new love. So it seems that something really, really unexpected is going to come out of your bravery or even your advocacy. So some of you could be sticking up for somebody else this month, right? And it could be that somebody sees that, and there's an introduction that's made here because somebody is seeing you in this like really powerful light, right? This could even be somebody that's sticking up for you. It could be like, if this isn't your energy, this is in the recent past. So I feel like it maybe already happened. So if this applies to you, think back to that time, because there's something wild, there's something unexpected that is connecting this energy of advocacy and of fighting for your rights or somebody else's to the feeling of new love. So there's something wild there. Again, it just could be somebody you meet unexpectedly, right? You see them in this, really good light, or they see you that way, right? And it may lead to a loving connection. So that's interesting. That's fun. Okay, let's see what else is here. Okay, we have the Five of Hearts connecting the Ace of Cups to the Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is a victory card. I think I mentioned that earlier. Ace of Cups is beautiful. So it's like victory. There could be victory in love, like as well as work this month. It could have been also like, because the Five of Hearts can show up in cartomancy. It can be about jealousy. It can be about uncomfortable relationships. It's not like a super bad card. It's just like, that tension that exists in relationships. It could have been actually for some of you that somebody that you really fancied, you may have had some competition. There may have been some other people around, or at least one that they were also interested in, and they are picking you. Like, you are coming out like victorious, right? You're kind of standing your ground and sticking to your guns. It may even be like, maybe for somebody specific out there, you may have said to someone like, look, I'm not going to be with you if you are seeing all these other people, or, if you're not going to break up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, I'm not like going to get together with you, right? Like, you may have just like major boundaries known, and that person may be coming out and going like, okay, actually, all right, well, we broke up. So, do you want to go out with me? Like, it's like that kind of thing, which would be really shocking. Hence like this wild card here. So that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to just leave that for now. Let me know if any of that resonates. Okay, what else? Aquarius. What are my clarifiers here? Just anything? Okay, we got a Three of Clubs. Where's that going to fall? Oh, over here. Okay, Three of Clubs is connecting with the Hermit and the Emperor from the Five of Swords. This is a card of opportunity, like big time opportunity. And it can also be about like overseas opportunity. It can be about connecting with people who are at a distance, somebody on another continent, or, in another country. It's a card of commerce. So it's like coming from a place of loss and of feeling like a failure in some, area of your life, like maybe not like an utter failure, but some loss, some sort of rejection, and then moving into a space with the Emperor where there's a ton of opportunity. It may be that an Aries or like a boss type has actually brought you some sort of opportunity that has helped you to move out of that awful feeling from whatever loss this represented or whatever went wrong in your life. This could also even be like a fight that you have with somebody. It's not even necessarily like a loss, in a business sense, but there's some sort of opportunity, maybe even many opportunities that seem to be coming through this Aries person that you met. It may be that they're introducing you to somebody, or that they know somebody that's looking for somebody that has exactly your talent. So keep an eye open for that, because it seems like this is going to kind of propel you forward. But you do have to be willing, again, to step outside of your comfort zone. Okay, I'm making a mess here. All right, let's see what else we got here. This one seems to want to come out. Two of Diamonds. It's falling right on the sun. Oh, I love that. Okay, so for some of you, this is just the first thing that came to mind, but Two of Diamonds can be like literal, like exchange of rings, two diamonds, and somebody who feels very lusty towards you. So, because this is literally called Lust, this card, but which would be known as the Strength card. So again, you could be dealing with a Leo, but not necessarily, or a fire sign. Somebody very wealthy, though. We got the card of wealth around here. So this is connecting the line of like your near future and like what you don't see. So I think you would be really, really shocked for some of you who are going to get like an offer of a ring. I think you would be very, very surprised. And this would be a situation that would make you incredibly happy. Okay. So for others, it's really not about rings. Two of diamonds is like about balance. You could be juggling two things. I do see two people in this card again as well. So that could mean something to you. You could have two occupations. You could be feeling like, your home life and your work life require, a lot of attention. And it's like this very, very careful balance to make sure that all of the needs are being met for both. Like it's a card of a juggler or an artisan. But either way, it seems like whatever this is, it's bringing you to a really, really happy place, like an incredibly happy place. There's something really good coming out of this, wealth and success and joy. So whether it's about your work life or about your home life or your family or your romantic life, it is definitely set to improve. So the sun would improve any area of your life that it shines on. So I like that a lot. I really do. Let's see what else here. What else we got for my Aquarians? Okay, we have a king and a jack wanting to come out. I don't know where. I'm going to just do this. Boop. Okay, well, actually, they just fell right there. That's where I was. Okay, so on top of the card of competition, and strife, the Five of Wands, we have another Five of Wands. So I feel like it's clarifying this. This would actually be like the same card in the tarot. We have a King of Diamonds, which would be like your King of Pentacles. We have a Jack of Hearts, which would be your Page of Cups. So I feel like you are going to get a message. You're going to be hearing from somebody, a lover. And it seems like it's a rich guy. And I kind of got that sense before over here. Is this somebody very wealthy or somebody from a very wealthy family, right? They are very grounded, very level-headed, but there is a lot of competition. I feel like you're going to be hearing again, and I think I said this before, you have been chosen out of the competition. You may feel like this person isn't really that interested in you, like because they have a lot of options, but I think they see you as number one option. There's a lot of cards here about success, and this would be really kind of shocking. And for others, it just may be that you're finding out about an admirer. Now, whether or not you act on that, of course, that's up to you. You might not actually be interested, but it's really flattering to know people are interested in us and that they choose us out of, many, many options. Again, this could be work related. This could be somebody that you meet in your work and that you're chosen. Like for those of you who are doing acting, you may be chosen for a role by like a successful casting director or something like that, right? Okay, as an analogy, some way, a new job or something, but you're looking really, really good, Aquarius. I feel like this is starting to get really repetitive. So let's just get a few more cards and then I'll take some oracle cards and we'll see if there's anything else coming through. Looking really, really good so far. I really like it. So much like major arcana in this reading. Okay, what else we got here? Anything else for my Aquarian friends? This one seems to want to... Oh, you fell here. Okay, back to this place. Oh, 9 of Hearts. Okay, well, this is not telling me anything that I didn't already kind of see here. We have the Wish card. The 9 of Hearts falling on top of my Unicorn card in between the 7 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. I do feel very strongly that many of you are going to be dealing with a fire sign in terms of like somebody who loves you. This person feels like a dream come true. It really does. It feels like maybe you made a wish and you were like, nah, I can't really have that. And it's like, hey, surprise, you actually can. And if it's not about your love life, it's about what you're doing. It's something that makes you extremely happy. So I like that a lot. I'm actually going to kind of just leave the playing cards aside for now. Let's get some oracle cards. Let's do some wisdom of the oracle, Colette Baron Reed. Let's see if anything wants to pop out here for my Aquarians. Feels like it's going to be a really amazing month for you guys. Very productive and lucky. Okay, feel this one. Okay, higher power. All right. This one landed on top of our Queen of Wands. So, and it's the card of the higher power. And the Queen of Wands is right on top of the Ace of Swords, which also feels incredibly powerful. So there's some sort of spiritual element to this month. It may be that you guys just need to kind of reconnect with your own spirituality, especially if you have been feeling kind of down in the dumps and depressed. And that may be incredibly helpful. You may be really, really shocked by what you're able to manifest or whom you're able to manifest into your life if you just ask, right? So whatever you believe in, so I won't tell you what, I mean, only you know, but it may be about prayer, it may be about meditation, it may be some sort of ritual that you do that just makes you feel very in touch with the divine. And then you're asking for some help, and it feels like you're going to be getting that help. And it seems like this is about your ambition. On my Queen of Wands here. This could be actually, now that I'm looking at it again, there could be a female in your life that is going to come and help you. And it would be somebody very spiritual. This Queen of Wands is actually known to be very spiritual. She is shown with her leopard here. In the Rider-Waite, we usually see her with a black cat. So, which is like the familiar of the witch, right? So it could be somebody that you meet. You don't know about this person yet. And it could be like exactly the person that you need to meet, like to encourage you. Like they have a very spiritual way about them. They have some very good ideas. They may be helping to point you in the right direction. And it seems somebody very, very honest, somebody who's going to be truthful with you and help you to live your own truth. So keep an eye out for that. It could be that even like maybe you join some sort of group online about meditation or about studying, whatever faith you're interested in, and that you kind of make a friend. And this person seems to be an ally. It feels like it's really good for you. So if you're thinking about exploring that, that could be really, really helpful. Let's see what else we have. This card, by the way, Queen of Wands, she's also known as the therapist, like somebody who just has a really, really good understanding of the psychology of people, like how people work, right? So would be a good person to have in your corner. Somebody very passionate, very ambitious. Again, could be fire sign, could be water sign, doesn't have to be. And very attractive too. My attractive Queen of Wands. Okay, anything else for Aquarius? Oh, maybe this one. Let's see here. Okay, right here, building blocks. Okay, cool. So between the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune, we had the building blocks card. So, and it actually fell right underneath my Two of Wands. So that makes sense. Two of Clubs, about moving out of your comfort zone. I would say just like take it one step at a time. Like you are building the dream. You just need to kind of put in a little bit of effort every day. And even if you feel shy, and even if you feel like you're not good enough, just pretend that you are, because you're building your empire here, right? I like that a lot. And I do feel you are going to have some help. Okay. Very likely a fire sign is going to help you. But you need to start building a little bit every day and putting yourself out there. So I like that a lot. I actually feel the messages are getting repetitive at this point. So I'm not going to take any more of those, but I am going to take an animal card because I did for everyone else. And it's just really cute to close a reading with an animal card. So any animal spirit messages for Aquarius, please. Oh, well, we have the bat. And what is it about bats? It is that they are technically blind as a bat. They live in the night. They are very, very comfortable in the darkness. We see this beautiful full moon here. So this could be significant to you. There could be something really special happening around the end of the month, the full moon. I feel like it's the 29th, but please don't quote me on that. You might want to check that. But the thing is, they know exactly where they're going. They have their own internal radar, right? So, it would be terrifying for us humans to be in a bat cave. Unless you're Batman, because you can't see what's ahead of you. But the bats are listening to their radar and they know exactly where they need to go. And that really is very much in line with the vibe that I've been getting in your reading so far, which is that you do need to trust your inner truth. You need to trust that you're on the right path, even though it may not look that way. It may not feel that way. You may not have any idea where it is that you're going. And you may not be able to even see, what's next in front of you. You may have had people around you in your life who were like, oh, don't do that, da, da, da. And you need to just ignore them. It's like you are moving through darkness, but you are moving towards the light. We have the sun and the moon here. You are going to be shining in the light of the sun, and you are going to be successful. So you really just need to rely on your instincts right now, even when you can't see what is ahead of you. I love this reading for you, Aquarius. I think this is really special. I hope that if any of this resonates with you, that you will take my advice and believe in yourself, because I think you have something really amazing to offer. If you want to leave me a comment, let me know what's going on with you. I'd love to hear from you, but there's no pressure at all, of course. If you are celebrating any holidays this month, I hope that you're being safe and that you're being very careful. And I wish you a wonderful holiday season. So whatever that entails for you and your loved ones, I want to thank you again for joining me here on the channel. And I hope to see you again really soon. Thanks. Bye.